You know, one of the cool things about comedy is when you finally get on stage in front of people, you're kind of doing what your childhood idols do. So it just makes you feel a little bit closer to them in a way.
I remember getting off stage at the Laugh Factory after doing really well and thinking, this must be what the Beatles feel like.
I remember the first time I got off stage and a comedian came up to me and said, "Hey man, good set." And I was just like, oh, that's what I want right there. I want that feeling every day, always.
It gets worse.
It gets worse.
It gets worse.
It gets worse.
I actually had a chance to open for my childhood hero, Weird Al Yankovic. I was kicked off stage 10 minutes into my set and asked to leave the premises. And as I walked to my car to do so, somebody egged me. Didn't even meet Weird Al.
People who come up to me and say, I really wanted to get into comedy, I'm like, don't. And I'm not trying to be a dickhead. I'm trying to help you.
Before I started doing stand-up comedy, I didn't really know what it felt like to scream cry.
A lot of people think that you get laid on the road. I've been doing it 15 years, the road, and I've been laid twice. And I'm very good looking.
I got an STD from a girl with toe thumbs.
The best you can hope for is a feeling of mediocrity.
Been on Comedy Central. I was featured in Esquire and Maxim magazine. Time Out New York called me a standout at the Montreal Comedy Festival, and I hosted a show on Fox Sports Net. But tomorrow is what matters. And tomorrow morning, I'll be washing dishes at a restaurant in Hollywood for $8 an hour.
I love meeting these comedians in the beginning who are like, I can't wait to get a manager. What are you, stupid? You're just gonna take 10% of nothing.
I started stand-up 10 years ago. The first time I got paid doing stand-up, I got paid $75. A couple of weeks ago, I got paid doing stand-up comedy, $75. And the check bounced.
It gets worse, but it's the only thing that actually makes me feel alive.
Ultimately, I still do it because I still love getting that check for $75.
I love it. It's the best. It's the best job. It's the best job in the world. Don't do it, but it's the best job in the world.
It does get worse, but that's the great part of comedy, is there's always the potential for failure. You don't know what's gonna happen until you get on that stage. To me, that's exhilarating. It's how I enjoy living. It's how I enjoy planet Earth.
Hey, thanks for watching the It Gets Worse videos.
If you are a comedian out there, send us your own It Gets Worse videos. Make one by yourself, make one with other comic friends.
And email us at itgetsworsecomedy@gmail.com to find out about upload instructions.